Here we are, guys, back in Farm Simulator 2025, where we finished off. We just cultivated all our fields, and now we're going to the big horse. Park the big horse, and we're gonna speed up some time after we do the last little checkups on our animals and our factories. We'll speed up time and we'll move on to planting season. I can't get out. I still can't get out of here. Come on. There we go. Okay. Like I said, we have our fields pretty much cultivated. The helper does miss a few spots here and there, but to me, versus the yield I get, it's not a big deal. But everything should be cultivated. Yeah, other than those few little corner spots, I'll deal with those. Let's check on the factories, animals. They're perfect on food and I probably should build another one, and but that'll be later down the line, of course. Let's see. We're good on stones. Tailor shop is out of fabric, but let's see if they got any sitting here. They do got a little bit sitting at the spinnery. We might go pick that up. The wool, let me see if I got any wool to go bring. If not, if we got a little bit, we'll still bring it. Because if I'm going to pick up the fabric, should bring the wool that I do have just to drop it in the into the factory. Never hurts. Hmm. We don't really need the trailer. I could just use the truck. Oh, I hit something. Uh, the trailer likes to roll away. Perfect. Let's get on the road. Should be a fairly quick trip. If I don't run out of gas, that is. We'll fill up when we get back. It's a nice truck overall. I do one thing about these international medium duty trucks is funny because it's literally a Chevrolet knockoff. It looks just like one. Interior is pretty much the same thing. So they should just put a Chevrolet body on it and put it in the game, but there's some air on this bridge most of the time. Oh, never got stuck before. I'm gonna turn down the vehicle volume here in a second. Yeah, there we go. Turn down the vehicle volume here. If I can find it. Sound, there we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. That should be a little bit better so you can be able to hear me better. Let's head back to the farm, drop these off at the tailor shop, and make some clothes. Uh, Weep, beep, beep, vroom, vroom. Full speed into town here. We go all the way up to the railroad tracks here and take a left. And we go all the way to town, and you'll see where the tailor shop was at. That's where we normally turn to go to the farm. But if you come up here to the railroad tracks without getting hit by a train, would be nice. Okay, and we're back. Okay. I don't know why I started it. So now we got everything should be cultivated. Yep, everything's cultivated. Let's see. Next month we start planting. Wool is empty. That's why we got the truck here. Let's see. Tailor shop is still running on what it has. Cement factory's good on stones. Canola oil mill running, and they got wool to run on. So let's drive the truck. Actually, gonna wear out a starter at this point. Fill it up with some diesel, and we'll go. We'll fuel her up, and then we'll take it to the house and we'll sleep. About half a tank or so. Sleep up. Let's go. Go straight to this tractor. This is our planting rig. Or did I want to plant with that? I think this one made some weird turns. I think we're gonna see if it plants better with the big horse. I remember I had some issues last time where the spots had missed. I had to go replant a good few spots mainly because it was just missing more because of the way it turned. It's a RT. We might upgrade to a R at some point. Looks just like this. It's just green. Go plant these side fields first, and then we'll go to the big one on the way back. This we I found canola just seems to be the best crop in the game to well, not the best crop in the game obviously because soybeans definitely gives you the most money per liter when it comes to selling. But I decided to go with canola because there isn't really a because soybeans already has such a large profit margin alone. If you were able to produce something out of the soybeans, I feel like you'd have a way bigger profit because you see how like we have canola itself worth at its peak around $2,100, and then you go down, you go produce canola oil, which just takes a few months. You can raise your profit like $3,000 almost. So versus soybeans, you would have a profit of $3,500. But then when they do that and you can't produce something more, that profit margin would probably be 5 or 6 on it alone. But since it's not possible, you really can't do anything with it. So I really just didn't go soybean route. I just went the route of canola oil and making it the prime crop I do produce, and I put it into the mill. And after I put it into the mill, then it gives me good profit, especially when I can upgrade the mill itself and just keep producing more every time. As long as I get more fields, I can make more yield, and the more yield I produce, the more canola I get, and eventually I'll end up with money that I have no idea what to do with. Because right now we still got to pay the loan off, get newer tractors possibly, higher horsepower stuff, maybe a second planter to do like the one to do the big field while I work on this one, these two, and then just keep on working up the system. And eventually, the probably the goal would be to like get the larger fields like way down here, like 77. Like that's 15 acres on its own. And then if you were able to like expand 76, you'd have a lot to do right here in general, just field size. And you come up here to like 24 and get tons of product out of it if you ever made that much money. Which if I ever pay down the loan, that's not a bad idea. Is to start doing like mobile farming, like get a field way across the map and just get a low boy and everything and just load everything up the day it's time to harvest and go get and just move down the way because they got the ferries on these maps, so it's like it's very simple just to get across. So that was my idea, was to possibly get one of the large fields if I ever pay my loan down, take another, use the money to pay the loan down, and then use that money to buy a field, and then I can harvest what's in that field. My the hopes would be canola, but that's never going to happen. But you can just make a little small margin off of what you just harvested out of that field of the owner already, what he had in it, and then you can just keep on going from there, and eventually just have a whole empire of just fields. So it's all about growing as a farm in this whole game, and it's good. I like it. It just takes a lot of man hours. It just takes a good few man hours to like get it where you want it. Especially if you're like me. I don't like doing the planting and harvesting too much, but it's just a thing. You do it, then you get it over with. Like me, I'll do the smaller fields like this one and the one next to it. I'll do these two all day long. But it's the one like the big one is where I just let the worker take and go with it, and then I click on the map whenever he's done and I find out what he missed. And I'm like, oh, he missed this little spot here, there, in the third, and I'll go and I'll take care of it. The channel's just starting up really in terms of like me getting back into posting, but I don't know. It might turn into something bigger. No telling. Probably won't. My work schedule's pretty rough, so not really rough. It's just mainly busy. So I mainly record a little bit here, a little bit there when I can. So it's not that bad of a. So it's totally not that bad of an idea. It's just making a full channel just takes time. A lot of people, in terms of like if you edit videos, like I don't really plan on editing too much. If I could figure out how to time lapse some of this, I would time lapse the planning portions because it just takes so long. Which I might try to figure out how to do that here with this video. Try to time lapse these larger, like just planting portions of the video. That way, they don't. There's a lot of the filming time and watch time would be just this. But if I learn how to time lapse, then I can take it and I can just and then I can use less of the time in video of just planting. it could turn into more harvesting time, more planting and fertilizing time than it would be just, okay, we're gonna harvest this field, and then you sit and watch 30 minutes of me harvesting a field. It'd be like a few minutes of harvesting a field, and then it'd be the rest would be moving on to the next. Like, I'm just gonna put the helper on these fields. I changed my mind. We're just gonna put the helper on the rest of them. Let me see here what. So 18.2 meters, and you have over here 15. It can plant canola, but obviously this is a planter. It can't. And the biggest one that can here, which adds canola, is only 9 meters. So right now I've got the biggest in-game canola planter. I'm thinking about getting a mod to make a bigger one. That way I can just harvest, like, plant fields a lot quicker.
With a local logical stick, something that can be found in any battlefield. For today's modern problems require modern solutions, and nothing is more lethal than the soldier's mind. Never underestimate the ingenuity of today's modern soldier. Behold, a broken broom! Nay, it is fixed with what
Okay, I wonder where he's going. But go fill up the get the rocks going in, stones, and then we'll go and we'll check on the honey production. It's just automatic honey production, ain't no big thing. It's just make a little bit, a couple thousand. Cinnabogan has something cool along to go with it though. Up we go. The cab comes up in the air. Let's go. We got 55% on the honey pallet. We'll take it. We'll throw it in the farmer stand over here. Only 1,800 on that one, but if I have a pallet, that's about right. I got caught on a tree branch. Probably need to go repair the combine. Let's see. Because in this game, combines actually lose yield if they're not repaired. It doesn't need fully repaired, so we'll just leave it. When I start loading cement products on this, that's what we'll do. That way we're not spending too much time trying to load it later down the line. We load them now while we're waiting on but yeah, so we're gonna load out the cement products now, and we're gonna take up and go sell these whenever whenever it's time to sell the canola oil is when we'll sell everything. But like right now, we're just gonna load up all 22 something thousand liters of everything. I'm gonna go restack these because I don't like how it loads. I forgot to swap the load from. I want to layer it, not stack it. But why did it skip that spot? Okay, it skipped it twice. We're just gonna leave it. Bad part is whenever something else goes to load there, it's gonna mess it up, I believe. Exactly as I thought. as long as it loads halfway decent, we'll unload it once we get on flat ground, and we'll see if it loads better. Yeah, see that one pallet missing made everything go crooked. Like, yeah, I don't expect it to fit all the cement products, or we're just gonna go up here, unload everything, and reload it now that I've got it. Because when it gets all uneven like that, the system that loads the trailer doesn't fully understand that there's more space for everything. So I'm gonna get close to it, and then I'll see if it loads better. There it goes. It's loading better now. Nope, it's missed it farther down now, and missing everything. Unload all that again. We just gotta get like right on top of it, I think. Get on right top of the stack part there, and we'll call it. We'll see what it does. Like almost back right on top of it there. See if it still skips. So I don't know why it would skip. I guess it's because the pallet size is different. I think that's all it can fit. We're gonna go over there and see. That's one other cool thing. The amount of weight that's on a trailer, you can tell by the compaction in the ground. The tiny, tiny tires on this trailer. And the longer you sit there, the harder it sinks. It's pretty funny. And now I just messed up. Did I? Yep, we just messed up. Let's see if we can get it unstuck in a timely manner. If not, I can always get a different tractor to come do this. Yeah. Let me make sure he's done with that field yet. He's still got a lot to do, so we're gonna grab the. I want to grab a bigger tractor. This has got a hitch on it. I mean, doesn't really need a hitch. We just need to hit it, which is what I'm about to go do. Very unrealistic because I got a tow chain at the shop, but if I gotta go back all the way to the shop just to get a tow chain, we're just gonna ramming speed and bump. It just gets the tractor on level ground there, and now I'm stuck underneath it. Brand new Peterbilt just got stuck. There it goes. And now we're gonna make the loop again, make sure it's fully loaded, and then we can take it and hook it up to the truck, leave it in the shop. I mean, in the yard there, and we'll hook it up when it's time to plant. I mean, sell. Yep, we loaded everything we can. We're gonna go try to climb that hill. The Freightliner struggled on this hill. Let's see what the RT does. 4 miles an hour, still better than what I thought it would do. I don't even know if the stake truck can handle this load. I don't even know. We're gonna have to go load up the stake truck and see if it can handle it. If not, then we might just get an IT runner for the big Peterbilt, which is probably what my goals are. See if I gotta. Let's see if I don't think I put the mods in though. I think I got them installed, but I don't think I selected them. Let me see if they're in here. I got those, but that came with the this truck. I need to get the mods put in, so I'll do that later. Right now, we're gonna try out the steak truck and just see, because I can always unload the steak truck and reload it. So I'll show you what I'm talking about whenever we load it up. You'll see what I'm talking about in terms of the like, it sits down, but then it glitches into the first layer of the map and it just doesn't drive right. As you can see, it loads. You'll see it load. Well, that's all of that's on there. So we can always cross load a little bit too from the other trailer if we need to. We'll have to come back and get the rest because we're nowhere near ready to go sell this stuff yet. Anyway, I feel like a Home Depot driver, the ones with their flatbeds and they just going delivering wood. And well, that happened. Put him going on the new field and we'll flip that back over. That's not what I need. Where's the tractor? There. Put some diesel into this too, I guess. So make a lap, put some diesel in, and then we'll. Maybe I should have loaded it on that. So I keep forgetting I got that bigger trailer right here with the 1,000,000 gallon fuel cell here. Let's put a little bit in it. That way we can just hard do the next field. No need to fill them all the way up when you don't need to. A waste of money at that point. We gotta collect the wool from the past month. We'll go collect on that. Push the bales back where they're supposed to go. So first, let's get the the truck flipped, and then we'll. I got a rotator mod, like a rotator tow truck, but I just can't figure out how to make it winches attached to the vehicle, so it's really difficult to use. Momentum. There we go. Go put the bales in their spots. Make sure they're not low on food. Then we'll grab the Peterbilt and the Western Star and put them back in the yard. We'll try to hook up this to that. I mean, this trailer full of cement products will hook up to the Western Star and see how it fares in terms of the suspension acting up. Probably gonna like definitely And even if I could pull it, it probably wouldn't like it because see, I've got a mod that like actually works in tandem with whatever you're hauling to like make it just not just anything can pull it. It's a weight like real weight physics almost to where it actually like if it's really heavy, your brakes are gonna really need to stop like you need stopping distance. Let's see what the wheels do. Yeah, see how the wheels like sunk into the map? They didn't just like squish. They went into the map. Really light on the steer tires too. See what the speed looks like. If I can pick up speed, then we can make it run, but it's just really hard to pull. So I think we're just gonna see how the brakes are like locking up. So yeah, I think they usually use the stake truck for the canola oil. So we're gonna probably transfer this to the big 18 wheeler trailer back there. And probably next episode, I'll hopefully remember to put the IT runners in, and we can use those on the Peterbilt then as well. After I put this on the Peterbilt's trailer, we might call it a day here on this episode. Getting pretty long, so I thought I had a dolly here somewhere. If it's over there, I could also just park the Peterbilt and use the M2. That's probably easier. The little yard dog, like I said in last episode, it's like the little yard dog truck. It just goes where I need it. Unhook it. Go and get the big step deck. The step deck can probably fit the whole group all in one go. If it can, then we'll just pull it with with the Peterbilt if we can fit everything I'm gonna load on it in one go. In terms of like whenever it comes time to sell, or I can always load the Peterbilt trailer, this one, and then load the stake truck with whatever's left, and send it on a helper to get over here to drive it, and I can just probably beat the helper there. Yeah, that works better. There we go. One loaded up step deck, and the planter's moving. So I think of that. We'll call it a day today. And I'll see you next time.